So ever since I've joined Spectrum Fusion, I've noticed that they have put a lot more effort into actually creating a positive environment than most other workplaces. And that's definitely a good thing for us neurodivergent folks, simply because a lot of jobs, which are not made with us in mind, tend to be very fast-paced, very loud, very overwhelming, not to mention the fact that we are often treated as sort of the quiet weirdo.
One of the best things about working at Spectrum Fusion is how I feel free to be myself around my coworkers and the other community members.
Spectrum Fusion managed to do something really interesting when they moved into their new building. They created a physical space specifically made for the neurodiverse. The lighting, the furniture, even the color of the walls were all picked to help the neurodiverse employees work comfortably without being overstimulated.
By making up a space of mostly neurodiverse people, Heidi has managed to create a judgment-free environment. Everybody else here has their own things that they're working through, so everybody can empathize what you're working through something yourself.
Working at Spectrum Fusion is a very different experience from any other job I've worked at. At any other job, your boss tells you what to do and you just do it, you know? They say jump, you ask how high.
Here though, we have all kinds of flexibility, we have all kinds of accommodations, nobody yells at you for being lazy.
If you need a minute to decompress, or if you're having trouble dealing with a personal hang-up, or if you're just having a bad day, everybody understands.
At Spectrum Fusion, while our boss is obviously still our boss and we do what she says, she's so much more willing to work with us rather than trying to hammer home that we work for her. Obviously, when we come to work, we're expected to work, but we have so much more flexibility when it comes to things like how many hours we want to work, what days we want to come in, which room we have to work in, whether we work from home or not, and other things like that.
They understand us. They even let us take mental health days, which is amazing, as long as we don't abuse it, but still, that's great. We even get pet bereavement days, amazingly enough. So, and I definitely can't think of another company that does that.
Time and again, I've been surprised just by how eager everybody is to lend a hand or an ear to their fellow members, to give space when it's needed, or tell how sympathetic everybody is when times are hard.
If we have coping mechanisms that help us work, like listening to relaxing music, then that's totally fine. Other companies would write you up for wearing headphones.
As the place was being put together, members of the media team were asked what their needs were and what would help to make their workspace comfortable. What other business does that? I can't think of anyone. Actually asking their employees, let alone their neurodiverse employees, what they need in an office to be at their best.
It's always heartwarming to know that the people around you care about you and your troubles.
Rather than trying to force a bunch of square pegs into round holes, she's more interested in helping us both maximize our productivity and take care of our mental health at the same time by allowing us to be more flexible with our schedules, settings, and habits.
Spectrum Fusion is always putting its employees and community members first. And I think that's what makes them stand out.